Hello everyone and welcome to another Ask Dr. Bob, and I want you to know I appreciate you watching, and every week we're also having another video on Mondays called Health in the News for the Week. I think you'll enjoy that also, but let's get right to it. Dr. Bob, shingles following post-herpetic neuralgia. You say, what was that? Shingles are herpes. It's a virus, and everybody wants you to get a flu shot and a chicken pox shot. And the shingle shot. Viruses, from my experience, do not like calcium. So I personally take 4,000 to 6,000 units of vitamin D every day in the form of a drop on my tongue. I also take calcium citrate and lactate. When you're under stress, your body has less calcium to help glue membranes together, and shingles and other viruses take over. So here's what I'm going to suggest you do. Take calcium, citrate, or lactate every day. Make sure you're taking some vitamin D. And a BTW, I take something called Agricept L. You can go to our website every day. I've been taking it since 1996. 10 drops. Citric seed extract. Dr. Bob. Coffee enemas. There's a therapy called the Gerson therapy. It highly recommends coffee enemas. Now, I want you to know, my wife Debbie, when she was in her 30s, was diagnosed with some health challenges that has really motivated us to pursue female hormones. And it all started because she was on the pill and she had 2 children. So I want you to know that she used coffee enemas, and she did it for a year, and she will oftentimes still engage in using coffee enemas. And I think that they are very helpful. I don't think you want to eat a life or be in a life of reckless abandon and then use coffee enemas. But they were helpful for my wife Debbie. They were a part of the process of her health restoration. Dr. Bob, can you please share with me the protein spray for your hair that you recommend? Well, if you want to make your own, we have a product called Amino Sport that you could literally squirt some of that. It's Amino Quicksorb into a spray bottle with some water and spray that on your hair. There's also a product called Calored. I take Calored every day. I take an ounce or a tablespoon in the morning and in the evening. It's pure collagen. There are some products that you could purchase. I know that an acquaintance of mine, friend, who helps service my hair, his name is Jeffrey Paul, he has a protein treatment that he uses, and I have used that, and it's been very good. It's helped slow down hair loss, but I want you to know that Calored has helped me tremendously also. Dr. Bob, is there a way to eliminate endometrial polyps without a surgical procedure? Well, that's a pretty big question, because polyps just grow sometimes for, there could be some friction that's occurring. I'm going to tell you this, you really want to monitor your estrogen. Are you eating a lot of canned food? Are you eating a lot of soy? Here's the dilemma that you're dealing with. We live in a sea of estrogen today. So if your liver is not functioning optimally, you're going to have high estrogen. So I have had ladies between 45 and 50 with high estrogen with fibroids on their uterus. Those fibroids stayed there until they went through menopause and their estrogen went down. I'll repeat that. I have had women who have had fibroids on their uterus. They've done everything they can to maintain their estrogen level, but it wasn't until they went through menopause that the estrogen dropped before the fibroid went away. You might be saying, I'm talking about an endometrial polyp. It doesn't really make any difference to me. It's more than likely caused by excessive estrogen. Avoid canned food, avoid soy, make sure your liver is functioning optimally. Where can I get some healthy beet fiber? It is so easy. You could go online and just type in my name, Dr. Bob DiMaria, and beet fiber, YouTube, beets, how to make beets. I eat at least a 1/3 cup of beets every day. You just get beets, you cut them up, you throw some balsamic vinegar on them and some olive oil, or rice oil, or coconut oil, put them in the oven, 400 degrees. Tremendous. Dr. Bob, herb aromatase inhibitor. See, for you men and women out there, testosterone can be flipped over to estrogen. Broccoli. Broccoli is a great way to control estrogen. Dr. Bob, estriol is reported as anti-carcinogenic, and this individual wanted to know about taking some estriol, estriol being an estrogen that they deem as safe and happy and effective. I want you to know this. We live in a sea of estrogen. You want optimal liver function to process and monitor your estrogen. We've done a lot of saliva testing, and yes, I know there are what they call good and there are bad estrogens. My goal for you is for your own adrenal glands to make the estrogen for your own body. I'm just throwing that out to you. Adrenal gland function is optimal. Last question, Dr. Bob, can you tell me your experience? Is iodine optimal for Hashimoto's? I can tell you, and Dr. David Brownstein, he endorsed my female hormone book. It all just depends. We don't use iodine initially. You may start out with small amount in the form of a liquid, not a lot of micrograms. You want to go slow with Hashimoto's. Great questions. Pass this on. Good information. Our goal is to make a difference in your life. Follow us on Facebook, which I know you do. Ask questions. We just want to make a difference. Thank you for following.